Joining me now is Allyn Root. He is the former Libertarian vice presidential nominee. He is a best-selling author, syndicated columnist, and also the author of the book Angry White Male. I don't want to go into the bathroom issue, Wayne, but I do want to go at it this way. Is there now going to have to be a political litmus test for every state? This is what concerns me. Is there seems to be, okay, you need to be within this accepted political line. I couldn't give two hoots about which bathroom you use, okay? But I am worried that there's going to be somebody dictating to you and to me in two different states out there that everybody has to agree and everybody has to fall in line or all hell is going to ring down on you. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this.
Well, listen, to me, the whole problem is it's a horrible issue. It's a distraction. It doesn't matter. What matters, the economy is being destroyed. Bill, in the last few days, the statistics that have come out are mind-numbing. Retail sales, we're in a recession. Factory orders, we're in a recession. Factory production, 12 months in a row down. The first time that's happened in a non-recessionary year, supposedly, in 101 years. You look at the idea that GDP, 1.1% in the last quarter. You look at the stat that came out the other day, 1 in 6 American men doesn't have a job or is incarcerated in prison. That's Great Depression levels. 94 million working-age Americans aren't working. We're in a disaster, and all this administration cares about is whether you have a penis or a vagina and which bathroom you go in. This is crazy. It's a weapon of mass distraction. WMD. They're trying to distract you from the real issue. Obama and his good friend Hillary, who wants to extend the Obama reign, have killed the economy, and they're confusing you with bathroom issues and locker room issues and shower room issues. And I've got a little daughter, and I don't want her showering with a man who claims, a boy who claims that he's actually a girl. The whole thing's confusing and strange, and I wish it was don't ask, don't tell. I don't want to hear about it.
Wayne, amen. Because the problem I have here is you're absolutely right. They're taking us and distracting us from some really important issues while the president goes down to Philadelphia, as he did 2 days ago, and tells us the economy is doing great, that things are rosy, things are happy. But all you have to do is... Let's include the Wall Street Journal in that, too, because recently they published an editorial talking about how wonderful the economy is right now, currently. I don't see a single number that supports that premise, Wayne. I don't see it, and I do hear...
Well, I'll tell you what, Bill. The Wall Street Journal, by the way, I didn't see that editorial, but I did see the headline about a month ago in the Wall Street Journal that said this is the worst recovery since 1947. Now, I'm not a math genius, but 1947 to 2016, I think, is 69 years.
A long time ago.
If this is the worst recovery in 69 years, you know what you call it? It's not a recovery.
No.
It's a Great Depression. We've been in a nonstop Great Depression since late 2007, early 2008, and the history books will say that, Bill. 20 years from now, you look back and see we were in a Bush-Obama Great Depression, just like from 29 through 41, we were in a Hoover-FDR Great Depression. Yep. The two of them contributed, and again, the two of them contributed. You say, Wayne, you're a Republican. Why are you putting Bush down? Bush allowed gigantic spending and gigantic debt.
Yes.
He added $4 trillion to the debt. Now Obama's added $10 trillion to the debt. Together, that's $14 trillion that didn't exist. We only had $6 trillion when Bush became president. Now we have 20. So it's a Bush-Obama debt depression.
Absolutely it is. And I'm going to throw a curve at my producer in the control room, because you started talking about economy and I started thinking about some of the sound from Donald Trump's speech yesterday. Number 19 is the one that I'm really interested. So when it's ready, let me know. But what encourages me about the Trump campaign that we are not hearing specifically from the Hillary campaign is he at least is putting some stuff out there. Roll the sound from Trump yesterday, and I want to hear what you think, Wayne.
Our tax plan will greatly simplify the code and reduce the number of brackets from 7 to 3. The new brackets will be 12, 25, and 33%. By lowering rates, streamlining deductions, and simplifying the process, we will add millions and millions of new jobs. The tax relief will be concentrated on the working and middle-class taxpayer. They have been forgotten. We are not going to forget them.
Wayne, is he selling a fairy tale, or is he selling something that we can take as truth?
No, he's selling something great. He's selling Reagan. This is Reagan Part 2. The only criticism I have, and I do have one, I've never criticized Donald before, I think he's let people get in his mind who are too establishment and corporate oriented, because his original tax plan, his original one, was the highest rate was 25% for individuals, and suddenly he's at 33. 25 was great because you could brag that it's lower than Reagan, who was at 28. And Reagan created the greatest economic juggernaut, the greatest turnaround, and the longest expansion in world history. So I love the fact that his was lower than Reagan. He produced the same thing. Now he's at 33 for an individual, but it's great that he's lowered it. It's great that he's simplified it. It's great that he's lowered corporate income tax to 15%. My only argument, Donald, if you're listening, is, hey, why would I, as a small businessman who files as an individual with a sub S or an LLC, have to pay 33 on my income when a multinational billion-dollar company is now going to pay 15? I want 15 for everyone. Should be 15 flat or 25 flat or 28% flat. That's what I would have gone for, and I think it makes sense. I think my plan is even better. But guess what? Donald's is so much better than Hillary's. It's like night versus day. It's like the end of the world versus the Wednesday morning in America, as Reagan used to say. That's the difference. I love Donald. I love the plan. I've waited for one like this since Reagan. I just wish he'd tweak it and lower the individual rates to the same amount you're giving to corporations.
Yeah, I'll let my own libertarian root show here, in that I do agree with flat taxes. By far and away a much, much better plan. And I don't understand why it hasn't really caught fire with the American public. And the other thing I'll add, and I'm going to have to wrap this up, unfortunately, is he's a great negotiator. So I would think he'd stay on 25. And
Right,
we'd end up with
at
33. But,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
so I'm not quite sure what he's doing there. But thanks, Wayne. Appreciate it very much. Wayne Allyn Root, always a pleasure to have you. Thank you.